What is up everyone, it is Mubeen here and welcome back to a new video. Now today you can see that I've got the Patriot back again. First off, I've got a charger and as you can see it's right there and it's connected, and there is also a light that shows right there, and it also shows a light here, but it does kind of disappear sometimes, but that's not a big deal. And I finally got a hard drive. So someone had got this hard drive for me, and I'm not going to say who because I don't want to reveal the identity, but I do want to give a massive shout out to them. If you're watching, thank you very much for the hard drive, I appreciate it very much. I made a driver CD because oh my days, trust me, it was so hard finding original drivers for these. There's obviously, as I said, it's a Taiwanese company named ECS and stuff like that, and a bunch of people rebranded this. It is kind of hard to find drivers because no one company makes or gives you certain drivers. Now you can go on ECS's website and download a few drivers, but to be honest I don't know what drivers those are, and I'm going to link all the links that I have in the description where I got these from, and I may not be able to, but I should be able to, hopefully. So yeah, I made the driver disc and I'm going to be installing all the drivers today. So let's unwrap the hard drive, and as you can see it says a generic, notebook and stuff like that, hard drive. There we go, let's get this out of the way. Okay, so as you can see it's a Fujitsu hard drive and it does say 80 gigabytes right there. So, oh god, okay. There we go, comes in an anti-static bag which is really nice. And as you can see it is IDE. Great, so let's throw that away. And I'm going to be unplugging the laptop, shutting it down. And now I'm going to move the camera down a bit. And now I should have put paper or something just so I can protect the plastic on top, but I will be cleaning it up anyways, so it's not too big of a deal. But anyways, let's remove the battery. There we go. And I don't know if this battery holds any charge, and maybe after I install the drivers and the battery application by VIA, which is a processor in this computer of course, maybe it'll start working, because maybe it's just the software that's been turned off for this, I don't know. But I'm just gonna put this off to the side, and right here is where you put the hard drive in. Now one of the screws were already missing, and there's one right here, so I'm just going to be unscrewing that. There we go. And now you just pull this down and there we go. And yeah, it's metal, which is surprising. But anyways, and oh yeah, I forgot, this also has a caddy, which is super nice. I mean, if this didn't have a caddy it would be super hard to find one, and most likely you'd either have to rig one up, or you'd probably just have to, just not use a caddy. Okay, so after some fiddling I got it in there, and yeah, so I just got a bit worried for a second because I was wondering why is this connector different looking. Well, it is IDE, but it's just a little bit of a different connector. So it turns out that the hard drive goes in this way, and as you can see the screws are showing and there's a pins, and this goes on top of everything. So let's see, as you can see the screw holes are here as well. So you just gotta fiddle around and get this all over the thing. There we go. And I don't have any proper screws at the moment, and I probably do have screws that will fit in here, but I'm going to be doing that off camera. And now all we just got to do is put it in here, if I can. There we go. And now I'll just push in. So, right, I'm just going to be putting this back on, and I will find a screw for that, but again, I'll be doing this in my own time, so I don't have to bore you. And also the side screws, the 4 side screws, I don't have screws on hand at the moment, so I'll probably have to look through my tub of small screws and stuff and find a screw there. But anyways, let's put the battery back in. There we go. Whoops. There we go. Unlock that, and we're good to go. Now let's plug the charger, and let's get Windows XP fired up. Let's turn this on, and now the fan will make a couple, the fan will be loud, and I am not going to be taking this laptop apart. Yeah, as you can see, it is loud and stuff, so again, I'm not going to be taking this laptop apart because finding any parts and damaging this laptop could be very bad. Oh, here we go, here we go. There we are. I seriously just got worried for a minute. But yeah, here we go. We just needed a couple reboots, and yes, right, we're finally into the setup. So let's just wait for it all to happen here. I'm going to record, I'm going to keep recording this, but I'll start speeding everything up so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me go through everything. And yeah. Alright guys, so I'm still at this screen here, and basically what had happened was as I cut the footage, right, it told me, the screen just came up and it said that this setup could not like find a hard drive. So it took a lot of fiddling to get that hard drive in there, because it's just not like a regular SATA connector. It's an IDE connector, but it's just so annoying because it doesn't look like an IDE connector, but it is. And because I don't have screws and stuff like that, it's just sitting in there in its connector, and I put the metal plate on so it doesn't start falling down and potentially break the connector itself. So I'm going to be putting this on in my own time, and I'll just be doing the important work or like this now. So this is going to be loading up the setup, and it did detect the hard drive, so that's all good. And yeah, time lapse, and we'll be right back. Okay, here we go. It says setup is starting Windows. Now after this bit, this is where it showed up that the hard drive was not, you know, showed up. But yes, here we go, right. So we've got 80 gig, so we've got 80 gigs ready to go. Now we got to be formatting this. Let's do NTFS quick, and here we go. So it's formatting now, so that's all jolly good. There we are. And you can't really see it, but it does show the activity light. If I actually just bring the camera, there you go, you can see the second light, that's the hard drive light. And let's put this back to where it was. There we are. So sorry, I just have to get this in the middle. But here we go, creating list of files to be copied. So I'm still going to be I'm going to cut the video now right here, and I'll be right back when this is all done. This will take a while. This process will take a while, so I assure you that. And so yeah, I'll be right back when this is done. Alright guys, so it's at 91% and this didn't actually take too long. Now just as it's about to finish up, I'm going to be explaining what I'm going to be doing with this laptop. Alright, so this laptop I initially got just for the nostalgic reasons and for fun, but then I also figured out, you know what, there's a whole lot of interesting software that I could do a video on, right? And so what I want to do is I want to get those interesting like software and actually install it on this and try use it and see how cool it is and stuff like that. Just give you like a little overview and stuff, and it's actually going to be really fun, because yeah, we're going to be taking a look at software that I was not even pretty much able to use because I was either not born yet or I was very young and I did not know how to use computers. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look at Windows XP hardware. So here we go. It's just checking the RAM. I did turn off fast boot because I thought that was a problem, and as you can see it says IDE hard disk, and now I'm guessing it's going to be booting off the CD again, or the hard drive. Is it? I'm pretty sure it's meant to be okay, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it because it's gonna boot off the hard drive now. Hopefully the sound drive, yes. And sorry about the lighting. I think I can turn it down, code FN. There we go, yes I can. Yeah, I can do FN and boom. So I'll turn the brightness down, there we go. Hopefully the sound is, there's sound drivers on here. Oh, okay, so at least the touchpad is working, that's a good start. Because I don't want to be having a laptop where some parts are broken, that would be very sad. And that would just be really sad, because again, parts are absolutely like non-existent for these unless you got like another parts unit, which again is so hard to find. I spent at least like a year looking for one, and I finally found one in very good nick, so I'm happy about that. Oh, would you look at that, Windows XP is installing, although oh, that looks terrible. The graphics looks terrible. That's because the screen's drivers have not installed yet. Oh, this does support 1024 by 768. As you can see, the circle is very pixelated and stuff, and you can see that the text is not so good looking as well. So I'm going to be zooming out here and just moving it back. There we go. So yeah, interesting software on this. It'll be really fun. I might be playing some games on here, some Windows XP era games. Who knows, I might actually try and install like an NES emulator or something to play Mario for the heck of it. Why not, just for the fun. This does support USB 2.0, which is really good. You'd think that USB 2.0 would be really slow, but at least it supports it. This does have a modem and a LAN port, but this doesn't have any built-in Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi probably did not even exist when this came out. It was really new by the time this came out, and they had mostly dial-up back then anyways. So I've got myself, well, I didn't get this now, but this is what I do use on my PC. So I've got myself one of these, and this is okay enough for me to use. This is okay enough. I do want to get a better one though, hopefully in the future. It was actually really cheap and it works really well. I'm being quiet a bit. You can hear that the what do you call it? The fan has quietened down a bit. So yeah, as you can see, it says installing devices. That's great. Alright, so I've also got the driver CD on hand as well. And if you have a ECS G320 laptop, aka a Patriot, 3070, 2000, so on and so forth, I will be uploading all the drivers on archive.org, because again, it is so hard to find anything got to do with these this branded laptop. So yeah, I'll be uploading all the drivers, all the contents that I have found on the internet on archive.org. So if you have the same laptop, you can download it and not have to rummage through the internet, through bloody forum sites from like 2008 and stuff for this laptop. I did the hard work for you, and now you've got easier work, so you can just download it, burn it onto a CD or have a USB, and then just install it. So I'm gonna let this run, and I will see you guys in a second. Okay guys, so we are back, and now let's click on next, and I just typed that in there, and so, oh jeez, there we are. I don't know what the hell happened there. Oh, okay, there we go. I don't know what the hell happened there, but let's click on back again, in Control V, there we go, and let's click on next. There we are. Computer name, Doofus. Now I'm just going to name it Patriot. There we are. And I'm glad that the keyboard's working. That's a good thing. There we are. Okay, so it is... That is not the time, but whatever. I'll just leave that there. I'll change it later. Oh, goodness gracious me. 128 megabytes of RAM. Yeah, that is super slow. Come on. Oh, it's frozen already. Can I? There we are. Alright. That took a bit longer than we thought. But here we go. It's installing, and again, time lapse. Okay guys, it's restarted. Well, it's restarting. There we go. Nah man, that setup took a very long time. Now we actually just gotta be I don't know, actually setting up Windows. It should be booted up. It should be booting into Windows now, so hopefully that's okay. I'm gonna be turning off my TV just down below because it kind of takes up a lot of power on my camera. Here we go, Windows XP. Oh goodness, does that logo look bad? Oh god, that logo does not look good. Oh, and one good thing also is the fact that that fan is not making all those random sounds anymore. It probably will be, but you know, it's kind of quieted down now, as you can hear. But I'm also going to be putting up the sound. There we go. Okay, let's do that. If you can read this text, click OK. You should be playing the OOBE now, which is an out-of-box experience, which shows a little video and the music, so that's nice. I'm gonna put the brightness down. There we go. Spinning up the disc, hurry up. Man, 128 megabytes does not kind of feel the best, but I'm gonna be seeing, oh, there's no audio, damn it. That is so sad, there is no audio. Well, that is to be expected anyways. But finally, we're in Windows XP. Finally, so let's click on next. Okay, not right now. I'm going to be doing that off camera. Checking your internet connectivity. Let's skip that because I don't have the Wi-Fi thingy in right now. No, I don't want to be registering. And there is also a product key below that is original to this computer, so that is great. Let's set up my name, so Mubeen, and I'm not going to be putting on a password. Maybe I will, I don't know. And finally, we're in. Finally, we're in. Great. And finally, we are in. Finally, we are in. Oh, damn, that graphics does not look good. So yeah, I'm going to be moving over the footage and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're finally in Windows, and I did check my computer and everything to see if everything loads. I did also go into Notepad, as you can see here, and I did test out all the keys and they are great. Even left click, right click, or everything works. Okay, so enough rambling. Let's actually get the drivers installed. So let's move Windows out of the way. And alright everyone, it's been a few days and I finally got the drivers installed on this, and it took way longer than I thought. Now I removed all the I recorded everything about the drivers and stuff like that. I recorded all of it when I was installing them, and then because it was very long, I thought, you know what, I might as well just not keep it in the video, because then it'll just waste your time having to sit there and watch me installing a bunch of stuff. And I couldn't get the audio to work a lot of times, and then I googled up this laptop, right? Googled up ECS G320 audio driver, and it turns out that I installed the wrong AC97 audio driver. And so what had happened was I installed the audio codec, but this computer needs a codec combo audio driver, and so after I installed it, it finally worked. So other than that, I did some other testing with the keys and the trackpad and the screen and everything like that. Everything's good to go, and now this thing deserves a nice clean. So I've got Mr. Sheen. This actually works really well because it shines up the actual plastic. And I've got WD-40 because I don't have much IPA left. I don't think it's enough to get this off anyways, because it does need quite a bit. But WD-40 apparently does work, so I'm going to be trying that. I do have a little bit of IPA left, so I'm going to try that as well. And I've got some microfiber cloths and fairy liquid to give this whole plastic a light cleaning, because as you can see there's a whole load of marks, and the plastic just doesn't look so great. Let's just put IPA on this. Here we go. Okay. Wow, that actually might be enough. That's That's surprising. There we are. I'm just gonna let that soak in there for a little bit. It's been a couple minutes now and I've finally let that soak up, and now I've got this random like mobile card thing that I really don't care about, and I'm just gonna be slowly pushing that off. Okay. It's actually doing it. I'm going to be doing this slowly so that I don't scratch up the actual plastic more than it already is. Alright, so we're nearly done here, and we've just got the last bit left. There we are, boom! That's all of it, that's all off. And now I'm just going to be scrubbing away, well, not scrubbing, but just lightly. There we are. Boom, that's done. That's that. And now, if we just do this, you can see there's no more adhesive, well, yeah, there's no more adhesive left, just a worn out plastic. Alright guys, so now that we have actually taken off the residue, I've got one of the cloths that dampened up here, and now let's just apply some fairy liquid. And what I'll try and do is just to create like a difference kind of thing, I'll do half the laptop, I'll do the right side, and yeah, let's see what the results will be. This should be pretty interesting actually. Alright, so it turns out it didn't do much of a difference. Yeah, it didn't actually do much of a difference. So that's a bit annoying, but actually, so yeah, it didn't do much of a difference. Alright, I've got some water now, and let's just give this whole thing a little bit of a scrub. Alright, and now that I've actually given this a little bit of a nice scrub, this looks so much better. Automatically, this looks so much better. Yeah, it's kind of given the plastic a little bit of a glossy plastic feel now, because all the dirt and stuff's gone. Although you can 100% see all the scratches, at least it looks a whole lot better than what it was before. So now what I'm going to be doing is just applying some Mr. Sheen, and it's my first time using this, so I'll probably just apply it here. So I can fold up the actual towel itself. There we go. There we are. I think I've put too much, but it should be okay. And I'll put a couple coats on. Oh, this smells pretty nice as well. Okay, let's just move that out of the way. There we are. It smells really, really nice. It is quite annoying that the plastic is really scratched up, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that, and it kind of sucks, because maybe I was thinking that maybe you can remove it, but I think I've got another trick up my sleeve, because there have been some people that say you can put toothpaste on this and it should try remove it, and I'm just going to be trying whatever. Obviously they're not too harsh either, so yeah, let me go get some toothpaste and I'll be right back. Alright, I've got some toothpaste. You know, you got the regular Colgate. Alright, so let's just put some toothpaste directly onto this. Alright, there we are. And now let's close that. Now let's just give this, I would I would use a tissue, but actually I wouldn't. Let's just give this quite a bit of a rub. And what you ideally want to be doing is rubbing it in circles. I don't know why, but this just works so much better. And I'll let this sit as well for a couple of minutes. So that would be actually pretty nice. And then we can hopefully see some differences with toothpaste, because a lot of people have said that this does quite a bit of work, so that's good. Alright, okay, so I'll let that sit and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so it's been around 5-10 minutes since I actually applied the toothpaste and rubbed it in here. And now what I have done is cleaned off the rags, so there's no, you know, fairy liquid or toothpaste or anything like that on here. It's just wet with water on it. So now what I'm actually going to do is start rubbing, taking this off. So far it looks okay. This may actually end up looking like nicer than what it started with. That's actually obviously that's the goal here, but you get what I mean. Before we apply the toothpaste. Alright. Alright. Okay, so now that I've actually cleaned off, I'm just going to get the tissue and I will just wipe away the excess water. As the water is drying off, you can see that not much has happened with the toothpaste, which is kind of unfortunate. You can see that you can definitely just see the marks, and if there's a better way to remove the scratches, definitely let me know, because I will try. It doesn't look worse than it started with, but it does look, and it just doesn't look amazing. But there's nothing much I can do there, but at least it's all clean now. Okay, so now that we've cleaned the back, we can finally clean the front. So now I will just lightly start rubbing down the palm rest. I'm not going to be using any chemicals or cleaning or things or whatever, so I'm just going to be adding some water here, that's all. Don't get too much, definitely just don't get too much here. You probably want to use methylated spirits or eucalyptus oil or IPA or something like that, but again, I don't have much on hand. Well, now I don't have any, but yeah, water, just applying just the most tiniest bit amounts of water will do. So that's that.
Without these qualities, life will be violent. No
this laptop was more known and it was and I was able to find more parts for this, then 100% I would have taken this apart and I would have cleaned out the fans and the CPU, applied new thermal paste and stuff like that. But again, this laptop works fine as it is, and it actually doesn't run hot at all. It runs very good, so I don't need to take this apart. There's no reason to. And applying Mr. Sheen actually kind of made the scratches a little bit less noticeable, because before it kind of looked a little bit grey and dull, showing the scratches a whole lot more. But Mr. Sheen actually kind of stops that, so it looks more black now, which is pretty nice. Alright everyone, just before I turn on the laptop, I also wanted to say that during editing, before I carried on this video, I did notice how much of an effect the Mr. Sheen had on the computer, and I'll put a before and I'll put an after image right now, so you guys can definitely see how much of an improvement Mr. Sheen had, because when I was wiping down the laptop before I applied this, it looked very dull and it looked very grey and you can see the scratches. But after, even now, like, you can see that it looks so much nicer. It doesn't look grey. You can't really see much of the white scratch marks with the paint being lifted off and stuff like that. You can't really see that much because Mr. Sheen cleans it and polishes it, so that's great, and it feels really smooth and really nice. Because when I started this video off, obviously you can feel the label and that felt terrible. The whole thing just felt like it was disgusting matte kind of like texture kind of thing. It just looked very nasty, but this just really helped it. There's many versions of Mr. Sheen, so you can decide what smell, I guess, you want. I mean, this has magnolia and cherry blossom, and this actually smells really nice. I like it. And as you can see, it does clean wood, glass, metal, plastic, anything you'd really want, this will work on. So this is a great product. Again, I'm not sponsored, I'm just recommending it. Alright, so we're picking up the video later in the day of the last clip, and I had some time to do everything else that I needed to do in the day. And while I was enjoying Tupac, I forgot that I've got to finish off the video for this Patriot. And now, before I do anything, I just want to say that this laptop, it feels so much cleaner. And so I've also got the charger here, and this wouldn't be a Mubeen Ahmed video if something didn't go wrong. And where's that other bit? Oh no. Oh no, did I lose the other bit? Oh no, it's there. So you know how I connect my camera to my small Samsung TV that I used to use but now use for videos? Well, the HDMI adapter that I use has broken. Yeah, that literally is broken. As you can see, the pins are all, I tried straightening up all the pins and stuff, but I guess we can establish that I've failed miserably. So this is absolutely just finished. Oh yeah, I forgot, while I was cleaning the laptop, the hard drive kind of popped out and I didn't put it back in. Alright, so let's close that then. And I also cleaned up my table. Okay, let's unplug the battery, although this isn't going to do anything considering that the battery is dead. Got myself a screwdriver, regular Phillips, and let's just unscrew this. And I'll also show you the thing that I kind of made. It will look kind of terrible to some people, but it does a job and it's actually a little bit better in my opinion. And yeah, this looks like a total mess. Let me zoom in and let me put the camera down. And now you may be wondering that, what the hell did I do here? Well, I got the bubble wrap that came with this hard drive and just wrapped it around, and then I thought that there's probably going to be like a little bit of ventilation that's needed. I'm trying to get it in camera, but anyways, so yeah, I kind of cut this out and I just taped it up just to the top metal bit and taped it here. So I don't know why, you know, after I cut it I realized I should have not done that, but I thought, you know what, it might as well be a good thing to do. And then I also I rolled up some bubble wrap and I just stuffed it here, so the gap between this doesn't kind of damage the hard drive, and it has something to kind of give it some pressure in. Alright, so here's a caddy which I'm not gonna use, and you may be wondering why is there a bunch of tape. Well, it's just because that obviously there's nothing to screw these two parts into, so I just put some tape on it. And this is this has some screws in it that I found, and it fits the hard drive perfectly, and it's pretty flush with the actual caddy itself. So if I ever try again and try use this, which most likely I'm not, but I'm still gonna keep because it's important, yeah, it'll be pretty useful. Or if I have another hard drive that I need to use screws for, I can get it from here. But anyways, let's plug this hard drive in, and it's gonna be quite fiddly because I mean, you've got really no way of seeing if you've actually put it in there. Well, kind of. Okay, so now that that's in there, as you can see, if I pull it up, it's going to be quite hard. So I'm just going to push that back in. Let's just roll this back up again. I guess I didn't put enough bubble wrap here, but it should be okay because it still popped out. But yeah, maybe I'll figure out another solution, or I'll just make my own proper looking caddy one day. I don't know, but for now this will do, and it kind of provides extra protection. So let's just put this back on, get that in there, screw this in. Alright, and let's just turn this on then. There we go. Oh wait, and I think the battery is actually charging. What? That is so weird. Look, there's two lights, and that is so weird. I mean, I may have not noticed that before, but I always used to see one light, but not, or yeah, maybe I saw two, I don't know. But anyways, just put the sound up. There we go. And I did put password. There we go. Bang. That's that done. Well, audio finally works, yay. It's gonna take quite a bit of, it's gonna take like, oh there we go, never mind. I was gonna say it's gonna take a bit of time to load. But yeah, it's finally in, and I've got the screen resolution set to 1024 by 768 as it supports, that's the max. And everything works, I've also installed the Belkin USB internet thingy that I had. Where is that USB? Although it isn't really recommended to use Windows XP and connect it to the internet, I mean, there are ways to secure yourself, so that's what I'm gonna aim to do. I've installed Spybot, and once I get more RAM one time and upgrade this in a later video, yeah, then I can install like Kaspersky or whatever, and then yeah, that will be really nice. I'm only gonna be using this just for fun. Trust me, I've got like 2 pages full of just software that I want to take a look at, so that's going to take quite a bit of time, and I'm pretty sure you will enjoy that because these are softwares that I've never even used and never was able to use, so it will be pretty interesting. And as you can see, everything works. Let me go on Notepad. There we go. I work for Doofus Incorporated Limited. That's my job. Actually no, that's probably going to be the name for YouTube if I ever do something like that. But yeah, that's the new job I work for on YouTube right now. Doofus Incorporated Limited. That's my job. Remember that. So if that name ever comes up and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, don't blame me. Anyways, so everything works. I'm really happy. Everything works. I also made an initial status backup. I made my own. So what I did was I installed all the drivers, everything original, everything stock, and then what I did was went into recovery and made a backup, and I named it initial status backup. So if I ever wanted to restore to the original factory installation of Windows XP with all the drivers and stuff, instead of reinstalling the whole thing, I can roll back to it pretty easily. So that's pretty cool. And again, I will upload the CD that I made on archive.org. So instead of just uploading all the files separately, I'll just make an ISO of the CD and I'll just upload it to archive.org. And I'm pretty sure it'll be useful if you still have one of these laptops, which I don't know if many of you guys still do. If you do, let me know in the comments, and it'll be pretty interesting. So yeah, this works really well, and you will be seeing this in a lot of videos now. So yeah, with saying that, I want to end the video here. So thank you everyone for watching and taking the time to watch the complete video. If you've gone up to this point, I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Take care everyone.